Things that you shouldn't have had to explain to another adult. To explain to a teacher, we were working in a school at the time, that she never needed to mow or water the artificial grass that we're installing. Well, I had to explain to a grown man that suddenly stirring something, e.g. coffee, food, paint, whatever, in the other direction doesn't make the ingredients unmixed. He still doesn't believe me 10 years later.
A few days ago, I was teaching my 3.5-year-old about the planets in which my 30-year-old wife then had an argument with me, only to find out that no, Mars is not the sun, but a planet floating around the sun, and that the sun is a star and not a planet.
Bobby had to explain that I wouldn't need to use my passport when I visited Auckland. I live in Dunedin.
My mate Millie from last week in Sydney was so confused when she asked if we had to use our passport to get from New Zealand to Australia. Thought that we had a treaty, which meant that we didn't have to.
Straight through. Where you go, mate?
Khan, I had to explain my now ex that how thunder was made. She thought it was the noise that clouds made when they crashed into each other.
This from Natasha Keel. I had to explain to my mum recently that porcupines and hedgehogs are different animals. She's 53 years old and legitimately thought a porcupine was the American name for hedgehogs.
Oh, that's one to finish up for me. I once worked with a 25-year-old bloke, and I had to explain to him that the noises that flies make are from their wings and not their mouths. This lunatic thought the flies just flew about shouting all the time.
A friend worked at a resort in the Bahamas. A guest came in asking for 3 empty jars because she wanted to get the 3 different colours of blue in the ocean water. No amount of talking could convince her it's just because the water gets deeper.
I still remember when I figured out that my mate Josh couldn't bring me back some cloud when he went hot air ballooning before school one morning. I was pretty disappointed. He was like, it's just condensation.
I went for an interview at a crematorium. They showed me around, and when we got to the room that had the actual cremating furnaces in it, I said, wow, it's really hot in here. And I still got the job. On a trip to the States in late February one year with my cousins, we visited an Abercrombie outlet in Chicago. When an assistant heard our accents, he asked if we came from Ireland. We said yes, to which he asked if we'd be around in a few weeks. We said no, we're flying home that evening. The assistant looked somewhat crestfallen and said, that's a pity because there would be a big party soon when all the Irish go crazy in Chicago. It's called St. Patrick's Day. Do you have that in Ireland?
Oh, that's a beauty.
And then one last one.
Yeah.
My friend Paddy couldn't work out why he had only one brother, but his sister had 2.
Oh,
Straight math.
Good. That's good. Cheers, Teagues.
You're welcome.